Okay, we're in the attic. This is the HVAC indoor air handler, and we're going to kind of go in the same order as the report. So we're up here, and the report isn't heating, venting, air conditioning. It's heating, cooling, and venting. So same order. This is our furnace. This is our gas piping. Now, our sediment trap right here, you're supposed to clean those out about once a year, and there's no place for the cap to go. Now, the sediment trap, there is no minimum requirement. It could be 1 inch, it could be 2 inches, it could be 12 inches. It doesn't have to go to the floor, is what I'm saying. So, I'm not saying, what are the odds of somebody actually cleaning one of those out? I don't know, but you're supposed to, and you can't. And you can't. We have a care and use manual. There's a burner compartment. I'm about to put it back together. Okay, so furnace, sediment trap. I can't get the cap open. That's about the only thing I can think of, unless it won't run for us, and we're going to find that out. So unless it runs for us, that's the sediment trap. So let's go to the evaporator coil. Evaporator coil looks pretty darn good. All right, I love it. Nice deep P trap. We got a safety switch over here. Our pan's nice and clean. The only problem is that we've used these metal girders to hold the system up, which, we do want to hold it up, right? And those girders seem more than capable. But now this is your evaporator coil. It makes water. That's why we have all this piping. That's why I was bragging about the deep P trap and insulated and all that stuff. As we can see, this evaporator coil is at the same level as the furnace. So any water that gets in here, if it gets out, there's really nothing keeping it from getting over to the furnace, but I don't have to really take it that far. The water can roll right out here and right down on the floor. But I don't have to take it that far because we have one over here for the evaporator coil. And it runs out, and you can see it just hangs right off the edge of the pan right there. So that's, these need to be shortened up a little bit, or, you might forego these, for the sake of argument. But this one definitely needs to be addressed. Alright. So now our vents. Okay, this is our fresh air induction vent. It goes over there on the side of the house. That would be on the east side of the structure. Fresh air induction vent. And then it comes in here, and we've got a little screen in there. And I kind of like the screens better than the filters in this particular application. No, I don't. You know what's missing? The filter's missing. This holds the filter in. This is for the filter. This trough is for the filter. We do not have a fresh air induction filter. So unfiltered air, okay, that's what we don't have. Very interesting. How does this latch go back? You hang off like that. You hang off like that. You think we can get this done? Maybe not. You kind of got to look at the little hinges and see how they work. I done started something. Let's see if I can. Oh. There we go. You weren't even on, were you? I guess they knew they wanted to put the filter on. I guess that's what they knew, huh? We come along here. According to the manufacturer, I think that's a 3-month air filter. 1-inch ones, 16 by 25 by 4, 16 by 25 by 1. I think those are 1 month. We have suitcase buckles. It's right over here on the right side of the unit. You come right up the steps here. Watch your head, because there's not a guard on that light to keep it from breaking. Watch your head, there's not a guard on that light to keep it from breaking. And you get these suitcase buckles and you open them up and just slide your new air filter in there. This one's dirty, of course, because it's got a lot of construction dust on it. And then they just go back like that. Moving on along. Just kind of like getting a good overview of our ductwork. Let's just kind of see. We're going to go counterclockwise around. All these are kind of kinking and binding. See the webbing that's holding that? Okay, it should have a saddle underneath that. Sometimes they're sheet metal saddles. Those are the best, I guess. I don't know what's wrong with the cardboard saddle. Some they got cardboard saddles. At least the cardboard saddle won't tear the sheathing off of your insulation. So that's going counterclockwise. I can. Moving on along. This is kind of venting. Okay, there's our that's our water heater vent, and the insulation's too close. I won't let it breathe. Should have a little well or tunnel, made for that. Over here, we can kind of see how this insulation is. This ductwork is kinked. It comes around the strut. It's kind of a radical bend right there. That's sagging, not supposed to sag more than ½ inch. Kinked again. So what did we learn? We learned that our cap can't be open, our sediment trap cap cannot be opened for maintenance, routine maintenance. We learned that our support girder extends out farther than the evaporator pan, and water can travel down this and drop off onto the floor. Okay, we learned that we're missing our filter for our fresh air induction vent. This is kind of interesting because this vent, where do you go? Where do you go? Brings it in. It doesn't tell me where it goes. I'll see if I can find that out. And then we learned that we got some kinked duct. We learned that we got some sagging duct. It'd be nice if we had saddles under the webbing. The whole idea is supposed to be nice and smooth so that the air can be evenly distributed through the structure.